You probably think you know what $500 a month means, don't you? Most people do. They see a number, they picture a few extra dinners out, maybe a new gadget or a minor dent in a big bill. But here's the cold, hard truth that almost everyone misses. For millions of young adults and budgeters, that $500 isn't just an extra. It's a financial earthquake, shaking the very foundations of their lives. And understanding this isn't just about empathy, it's about seeing the world and your own finances in a whole new light. We're going to peel back the layers on how such a seemingly small amount can be the difference between sinking and swimming, not just for a month, but for a lifetime. Imagine for a moment that you're playing financial Jenga, where every single block represents a bill, a grocery run, or a necessary expense. Your tower is already wobbling, built precariously with just enough blocks to stay upright. Now picture an additional $500 appearing in your hand. For those already struggling to make ends meet, this isn't pocket change. It's a foundational block, a stabilizer. Sometimes even a lifeline that pulls them back from the edge of the financial abyss. This isn't about luxury. It's about having enough breathing room to simply exist without constant, soul-crushing worry. For example, think about housing. The average rent across many areas for even a tiny apartment can easily be well over $1,000. For someone scraping by, an extra $500 can cover half, or even more of their monthly rent. This isn't just about a roof over their head, it's about stability. It means not constantly fearing an eviction notice, not having to move their kids from school to school, not having that gnawing anxiety that prevents them from focusing at work or in school. Studies show that housing instability is a massive barrier to economic mobility. That $500 buys them a little piece of that stability, a chance to build roots. Then there's the grocery bill. With food prices climbing, $500 can literally cover a month's worth of healthy, nutritious meals. For an individual or even a small family, no more choosing between ramen noodles or stretching a single chicken breast for a week. It means being able to buy fresh fruits and vegetables, which not only improves physical health, but also mental clarity. It alleviates the stress of having to skip meals or sending kids to school hungry. It frees up mental energy that was previously consumed by the constant question, how will I feed us this week? And what about those unexpected moments that throw a wrench into everything? A sudden doctor's visit, an old dental filling that decides to give up the ghost, or even just needing a new pair of prescription glasses. For many, these aren't minor inconveniences. They're catastrophic financial events. An extra $500 can be the difference between getting essential medical care and letting a treatable issue become a much bigger, more expensive problem down the line. It prevents the snowball effect of medical debt, which, as we know, can spiral out of control faster than you can say copay. It provides a safety net, however thin, against the brutal reality of an uninsured or underinsured existence. But here's where it gets tricky and where most people's understanding falls apart. While $500 can be a game changer, its impact isn't always a long-term fix. For those earning minimum wage or working multiple low-paying jobs, that $500 often performs a disappearing act. It comes in, and boom, it's gone faster than a free pizza at a college dorm. Why? Because for them, every single dollar is already allocated, often before it even hits their bank account. That unexpected car repair that came out of nowhere? There goes $300, the electric bill that spiked this month because of a cold snap. Another $150. Suddenly, your $500 boost has been swallowed whole, leaving you right back where you started, teetering on that financial tightrope. You might even still be short. It's not about frivolous spending. It's about the constant barrage of essential, unavoidable costs that erode any extra income almost immediately. This isn't a hypothetical situation, it's the lived reality for millions. They're stuck in a perpetual state of financial triage, constantly putting out small fires before they become infernos. The problem is, sometimes there are just too many fires, or the fires are too big for the small amount of water they have. This means they are left in a perpetually precarious position, one unexpected expense away from a full-blown crisis. The real invisible impact of not having that buffer of $500 is found in the forced choices people make every single day. Choices that many of us would never even have to consider. It's in the stomach growling because you skipped lunch to make sure your kid had enough for school. It's in the constant dull ache of a toothache because you can't afford the dentist. It's in missing out on a better paying job opportunity because you can't afford reliable transportation or the childcare required for extended hours. These aren't just minor sacrifices, these are choices that perpetuate a vicious cycle. When you're constantly stressed about money, your ability to think clearly, plan for the future, or even perform well at work takes a hit. Research from Princeton University showed that financial stress can reduce cognitive function by the equivalent of a full night's sleep. Imagine trying to make good decisions about your life and future when your brain is running on empty because of constant worry. This vulnerability often leads people to make short-term decisions that hurt them in the long run, like taking out high-interest payday loans just to cover rent, or falling behind on bills and incurring late fees that eat away at future income. These choices are not a sign of poor judgment. They are often the only choices available when every other option has been exhausted. The inability to save even small amounts means there's no escape hatch, no way to break free from the constant struggle, no chance to build any kind of long-term financial security. And this brings us to the core issue, a profound societal disconnect. Most people who haven't experienced this level of financial insecurity simply can't grasp it. They often look at someone struggling and think, why don't they just budget better? Or why don't they get a better job? They dramatically underestimate the value of that $500 and the sheer effort required to survive on the margins. They don't understand the constant, draining mental load of living paycheck to paycheck, where every single purchase is a major decision. And every unexpected expense feels like the world crashing down. They haven't experienced the sacrifices, the skipped doctor's appointments, the worn-out shoes, the cold dinners. That become routine for those navigating financial hardship. This lack of understanding isn't just unfortunate, it often leads to judgmental attitudes. And worse, to policies that fail to address the systemic issues perpetuating the struggle. If we can't truly understand the impact of what seems like a small amount, how can we build a society that genuinely supports everyone? So, what does $500 a month really do for a young adult or budgeter? It can mean the difference between a roof over their head or homelessness. It means healthy food on the table or hunger. It means dignity or despair. It's the invisible buffer that keeps lives from spiraling out of control, or its absence marks the beginning of that spiral. Recognizing the immense power of this seemingly small sum demands more than just a passing glance at the numbers. It demands empathy. It demands a heightened awareness of the economic realities faced by a massive portion of our population. It forces us to understand that seemingly insignificant amounts of money have profound impacts, shaping lives and determining access to basic necessities and opportunities that many of us take for granted. By truly grasping the significance of that $500, we can start to guide ourselves and our communities towards more equitable policies and, ultimately, a more compassionate society for everyone.